My road rage story. I got road raged the other day. I was just driving along, minding my own business, not doing anything. Just, I don't know. This guy, he comes up behind me. He just keeps coming up behind me, and his lights are just so fucking annoying. He has the most annoying lights in the world. You know those lights that are like red and blue and like keep spinning and whatever? Like, I don't know why, but he had those like all on top of his fucking car. So, he just kept doing that, kept riding my fucking bumper with those crazy lights on like I was supposed to do something. So I did the logical thing that any person would do, and I pulled into the other lane across both fucking lines, turned my lights off, and stopped. Started back again and got behind him and started doing it to him. And then I fucking went up behind his fucking left-hand tire and lightly pushed on his car with my car, causing him to spin out into a fiery tornado of death. Upon which he screamed, "I just wanted to tell you that your tail light was out." It was at that moment that I looked into his eyes and said, "Well, die, fucking pig," and put a bullet in his head. Okay, that didn't happen. Gotta admit, I had you going for a minute, though. I was watching, what's it, I can't think of his name. It's the Asshole song by Dennis Leary, I think. I'm an asshole. Like, it got me to thinking about fucking road rage and shit. Like, what's interesting? In my old car, people used to act a certain way towards me. I drove a really nice car. The way that they would act is that they thought that they could do shit to me. Basically. And now that I drive the shipmobile, that is Beauty, that is Ghost Rider, not a single motherfucker on earth dares to tread upon me ever. It's kind of nice. Like, that car literally looks like... It looks like someone you probably don't want to fuck with. And, like, even the girly-ass bumper looks psycho as fuck. I'm throwing hardcore psycho vibes with the back of that fucking van and the van in general, because I was afraid to drive in Tulsa for the last year, basically, in my fucking FJ. I had been road raged 3 or 4 different times by people. 3 or 4 different people came about that fucking close to getting a .32 caliber bullet to the head. So, we traded up for a 9mm and got us a fucking car that sends the message that you're probably gonna fucking die. That is the road rage message that I like to send with my paint job. Like, this is the great thing about that paint job, or any shitty paint job on a car, really, is when someone has a really nice paint job on a car, they care about it. They care about their life. They care about whatever, right? That's what you see, that's what you think. I guess that's like our whole society has this thing where, like, everyone's car looks the fucking same now. It's sad. Like, all of your cars look like spaceships and they're all shiny. I want my shit to look like a fucking Sherman tank mixed with like a Winnebago. It's a fucking, Millennium Falcon. Fucking Slave One. It's a Winnebago with wings. And honestly, like, the real thing, the reason I like that van is because, fuck it, I like the fucking sliding doors. I have buttons next to my fucking driving thing that I can just press and open those doors on command anytime I want. I don't know how I'm going to use that yet, but God, that sounds cool. And like, I really would love to build one of these out as like a troop carrier. Wouldn't that be badass? Maybe that's what I should do with this. Like, say fuck it and build it as a troop carrier and sell this shit. I don't know. What I really love is that I bought a $2,000 car. It doesn't leak oil. Hasn't leaked oil at all ever, from what I can tell. And I drove it 4 hours to Idabel and back, driving over 100 a lot of that way. And it handled it like a top. I really think Ghost Rider is the perfect vehicle for the end times. Painting it in a psycho fucking tiger stripe job, maybe not for everybody. You know, I made my car look like my car. And I think you should do that. I think if you drive just a fucking thing that gets you from A to B, sell that bitch and go to the fucking used car lot and see what's cheap and good. Now, I will tell you this, that for a while wasn't a thing, right? Everybody was buying up all the fucking cars everywhere. And honestly, a lot of that was people buying shit on credit that's just, it's not worth that now. And they can't afford to pay for it, and it's getting fucking repossessed and going to auction. And those are going to be on the market cheap. And there's going to be a bunch of other shit on the market cheap. Like, we're about to be in the era of the used car. I would sell your car as soon as possible. Like, the market's really probably already dead on it. But that's if you have a nice new car that you can get good money out of. Because in reality, you can get a very, very reliable Japanese car or minivan. I really dig the minivan for not much money, and just pocket all that fucking cash. And does it matter? Like, here's honestly what I would do. This is what I am doing with Ghost Rider. Honestly, I wasn't quite in my right mind while I was making some decisions at one point with very large sums of money. And I probably should have put a couple grand into fixing shit on the car. Anyway, what I would do is go out and find the cheapest fucking Honda or Toyota, whatever that it is that you like. Find it cheap, cheap, cheap. Hunt around. Go to small used car lots that take in trades and shit. That's where I found Ghost Rider. These are the kind of places that send cars to auctions. Try to scoop one up before it gets to auction for a couple grand. Somebody will take that, especially in today's economy. Once you have that vehicle, you know, let's say you did sell a really nice car. If that's your situation, take some of your fucking money and dump it into new tires, new everything, new brakes, new windshield wipers, new lights. Just redo the whole fucking everything on it. Fix anything wrong on it that's wrong on it. You know, go find the place to do this. I wouldn't go to a dealership. I would find a mechanic that does good work, basically. I don't know exactly how to find that. That's on you. I'm probably just going to end up doing most things myself. But there's some things that I'm not going to be able to do myself that I'm going to have to, like, probably go to Honda for some things even, because my car needs lock work done. I didn't realize it had a replacement door on it when I bought it. I'd like to have all the fucking doors have the same key. I wondered why I had two keys, and it took me a long time to figure out that basically that one key only worked that one lock. I thought at first that it was like, oh, you had a key to start the engine and a key to work the doors. Silly me. Anyway, but once you get one of these cars from like the 2000s fixed up, running, and everything with it, like, even let's say you put a whole new drivetrain and transmission in it. You do everything. Like, you fix everything on it. You put a new engine in it. You're still not as much as people are asking for some of these crazy ass new cars. And like your car that is, technology from just a few years ago is in demand. I can guarantee you that. Because that shit is going to be slow to come back. Like, this is the thing. This is a very specific person, I guess, I'm talking to with this portion of it is, if you've bought a car in the last 5 years, you might consider doing what I'm doing. Because you could buy that new car back for a lot less money in the future, probably. That's my thoughts. And it's not everybody's cup of tea to make a custom minivan or whatever, but hear me out on that. It's a 4-banger, so you get good gas mileage. Straight piped, it fucking gets up and goes. So I don't know if you can get away with that where you are or not, but God, that's nice. And it has room in it. Like, let's say you aren't even going to make it a camper thing to live in on the side of the road or whatever. Let's logic this out. What would you do? Well, if you had a car, you don't have any options. If you have the van, you could keep a couple of car seats and have the fucking back end folded down or whatever and fucking have like a truck, basically, that's all enclosed. Like, this is the thing to me that a lot of people don't see, is that a minivan is a really shitty truck. And if you do just a couple of tweaks to it, you could make it a slightly better truck. That's what I intend to do. Like, they kind of made like they made a weird truck, and they put car tires on it, and then they gave it a really low clearance for no apparent reason other than the fact it's going to be in a city. Like, this, it's a vehicle made to do a specific thing. And the thing that I'm wanting to make that vehicle do is something considerably different than what it was originally intended. I think that shit's cool. Anyway, I just think it's funny that the fucking paint job prevents road rage. I have not had one single fucking person road rage me since I spray painted that bitch. I spray painted it. It was months ago now. I really think that it's people have an issue with you because of your nice car. Or people have an issue with you because they think that they might be able to get something out of you. That's really what it is. They're hoping that you get into a fist fight with them, because then they can sue your ass. The last guy that tried to road rage me did it not very far from my house. And I'm not going to go through the whole situation, but basically he almost fucking hit me. And so I was turning out of a fucking shopping center because there happened to be a bus there. And he whipped around the bus going like 70. Yeah. Anyway. He then proceeded to like try to run me off the road and shit. And I was an asshole back. And then he stopped his car abruptly in front of me, and from there, it got to me getting out of the car and drawing pistols and going up to see him. And the fact that I had a fucking pistol in my hand and was getting ready to shoot him, he just left. And this is the thing where he got out of the car ready to throw down. I got out of the car ready to fucking kill a man. You ought to be careful who you road rage. Especially Oklahoma and Texas. You'll just get fucking dead. I think that's how it should be. I don't know why we let these fuckers get away with it. Other than the fact that you'll get ripped in fucking court over the shit. But like they attacked, that guy in particular attacked me with his automobile. And then he proceeded to stop my vehicle from travel. And like, when I got out of the car with the gun in my hand, I was speaking to the man. And I was laying out exactly why I was within my legal right to put a fucking bullet in his head. That's when he got back in his car and fucking left. It's one of those things that, you know, maybe it wasn't 100% legit. But he got out of his car ready to commit felony assault against the person that he just ran off the road. So I think a court would see it my way. And I wasn't about to fucking entertain his notion of a fist fight. I don't think that is a reasonable thing to expect of people. If you really think that someone's going to fist fight you, you should realize that you're committing felony assault and that you are about to die. Another factor which I have informed him. And like when you start dressing down people and telling them what the law is, they start getting worried that you might be a cop. Oh, honey, you just wish I was a cop. There are rules with cops. You know, I always liked the Joker and Batman because they're really just shady versions of one another. There's really not any rules with either one of them. And that's the whole point of that scene in The Dark Knight where the Joker's trying to make the Batman break his one rule. That's the point of that is that in reality, there's no rules with you either. You just have taken this crazy morality swear to never do this one thing. I always thought that was kind of funny. In reality, it's that oath or the whatever oath that you take is what makes you the difference, or makes the difference between Batman and the Joker. Makes you the difference between Batman and the Joker. Something like that. I'm sorry, we've drifted way off topic, but it's kind of poignant and, you know, you shouldn't let people fucking walk all over you, but at the same time, don't do anything illegal. I'm pretty fucking reserved with a lot of things with fucking use of force, especially. Even in that situation, I did not point my gun at that person. I produced a pistol in my hand from my pocket. Point at the ground the entire time while I'm talking to him about what's about to happen to him. And about what the law is. And about why I'm going to shoot him. And it's such tactics that have basically caused any time that I would have shot someone, they just walk away usually. As well they should. I don't really want to shoot somebody. It's not really worth the hassle or the money. It's much, much more effective to just be scary as fuck. You know, this is like, I don't know where I got that lesson from, but probably nowhere good. The thing that crossed my mind was Billy the Kid. Was that, I forget the name of the movie. You guys will know it. It's the one with Martin Sheen's son, Emilio Estevez. Never made any fucking sense. Well, the part that crossed my mind was, we're in the spirit world. I don't know what that has to do with that, but it crossed my mind, and this is like one of those ADD, oh, look, a chicken moments. It's a good movie. That's, we're in the spirit world. My weed is across the room, so I'm going to cut this off here. I'll see you guys later.